I would like a chicken breast. I always ask, is it marinated? What do you put on it? Now, I realize that I am going to sacrifice, and most restaurants are going to use canola oils, soybean oils to stretch their olive oil. They mix it together, which it's unhealthy just in general. It's incredibly toxic for our bodies, but it's also very inflammatory for my body. My immune system doesn't fight it quite as well as it used to. So day after day of eating in restaurants, even with making good choices, I'm still gonna, suffer a little bit. That I feel great scale is just gonna kind of walk itself down just a little bit day after day. So I'm very, very mindful. I had a beautiful bed of a spring mix that had both the bitter greens in it and the nice dark greens in it. They make their salad dressing here. I'm sure they put a little sugar in it, but it was just a little lemon vinaigrette. And I went ahead and had that put on the side. Beautiful piece of herb chicken and a big pile of pea shoots. I couldn't have been happier. I'm pretty sure that there were some other little veggies on there. I can't for the life of me. I think it might have been a few green beans or something, fresh green beans on the side. One thing about Tahoe is they do pride themselves on being environmentally conscientious. And so they do have a lot of opportunities on their menus of better quality meats and vegetables, including eggs. And they let you know on their menu that people traveling all over the world here, and it's not an inexpensive place to go. So you have kind of a wealthier crowd. Now, we're not the wealthier crowd, but we save for it, and then we spend our money where we want to spend it, like on the bike rentals and doing fun things like hiking. So I felt great after dinner, was able to go in or go outside, which we sat outside, but I was able just to walk around the corner and enjoy the absolutely face melting, I said to my husband, blues band. Absolutely wonderful. And we danced and we danced and we danced. And that was a whole lot of fun. Even went over to a little Irish pub that had another band, and we danced a little bit more there. And that was just fun and feeling very much like, we were on vacation without sacrificing my health. So I wake up in the morning yesterday, and we did the Shirley Canyon Trail, which one way is about 3.6 miles, and it's a 2,000 foot elevation gain. So we're starting at 61 or 62, and you do the math, it's pretty high at the end. We had a great time. It's literally all uphill. You do a lot of scrambling and crawling up big granite sheets, a lot of big steps on boulders, a little bit of shade. The beginning kind of, lulls you in with some shade and some streams, and that was nice. But all trails listed it as a hard trail, and they were right. It was hard. We were tired when we got to the top. So we hadn't done any prep work with the hill training, thankfully, with the kettlebell training and lots of squats and just our general fitness. We were able to get up to the top, and we did a really good job. Made that in just a couple hours. And I think when we do it again, we're probably going to take our time and maybe have some snacks along the way and sit and just kind of look out now that we know how far it is and how far it is body wise, and that we can afford to do that. So there is a restaurant at the top. They call it High Camp. There is a beautiful restaurant with outdoor seating. There is a cement hockey rink up there, a climbing wall, pools, spas, just a super great place to be. We walked in about 10 minutes before the restaurant opened. Boy, were we ready. Oh, once we stopped hiking, boy, my legs for sure. Now, these are back-to-back days. My neurological system needs a little bit of extra space to recover, and I didn't offer it that. So I was feeling the effects for sure. So we sat down, super hungry, and I got this vegetable board. all fresh vegetables, mostly root vegetables, and some raw cauliflower, which was great. And normally, I don't do grains. I don't do beans, legumes or anything anymore. But I was really hungry, and I also wanted to replace my glycogen, the sugar stores that are in my muscles. I really wanted to replace those on the quick after our hike, and with it being back to back, pretty high level of exertion. So they made their own, like a hummus, but it was made out of beans instead of just chickpeas. So I had that, and it was about a half a cup. I did finish that, and I left a good handful of the veggies. I ordered, of course, a bed of lettuce with some chicken on it. This was the biggest bed of lettuce I have seen. I don't even know. It had to have been like 6 cups of lettuce or more. I did a good job once again. Made sure that I ordered the appropriate vinaigrette for it, and put a small amount on it, and mostly ate my chicken and the greens, whatever I can get in. Had a wonderful meal. Was able to box that up, and yeah, we pretty much had that for dinner. I had my leftover salad for dinner. I put a handful of cashews on it to add a little bit of extra protein and fat. My husband, his hamburger and fries were such a big, handmade patty and everything, that he boxed his up, and we just sat back and just had leftovers for our dinner later on. Had a great time. So prior to having our leftover dinners, we were walking around the beautiful village. We noticed a couple really cool things. One was a wine store called, I think it's called Corked or Uncorked or something. And we sat over there and we played dice. And I got to do a wine tasting, 3 little wines where you get little 2-ounce pours, and had 3 little wines. What did we get on the side? We got some olives and some almonds, and the almonds were roasted with a little bit of olive oil and sea salt. So we had our nice fat and protein snacks with our wines, and of course my husband loves his IPA. I sat there for a while, and an outside yoga group comes in, a class comes in. Oh, we watched that for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I was jealous that I wasn't part of it. The company is called Wanderlust, and a little store here. Highly recommend them. Went in to the little store, met one of the instructors, and it's about 8 o'clock in the morning now, and I'm wandering around outside in the village, and I'm waiting for my 9:30 restorative class. I believe this one is on alignment, so it's perfect because we'll be driving home today. So how'd we start out today? We started out today with our fat coffees, of course, and walking. We've done lots of walking even around the village, and we're going to make sure we get really hydrated and plot out where we would like to have a lunch. So I know that's kind of a lot, but I want to just leave you with a few things. Number one, when you're planning your vacation, whether or not you're just trying to maintain weight or lose weight, or whether you're trying to maintain your health like I am with the fibromyalgia and chronic pain, is a little bit of planning goes a long way. Make sure that you don't leave yourself on these car drives without water or healthy snacks, and you're having to walk into places like Starbucks. Be prepared. Right? And number 2, try and plan where you go. I'm an outdoor girl, so that's just a given. Try and plan where you go with some activities that aren't just sitting from table to table. I have plenty of clients in the past that their idea of vacation is to just go and sit in 3 to 4 restaurants and 2 bars in the course of one day, and they just don't feel good. Well, plan some activities and maybe stretch out your meals a little bit. Nobody needs 3 meals a day, right? So not only is it cost saving, but you'll feel better for it. And then lastly, make sure that each and every time you sit down, it's an opportunity for you to build the plate that you're supposed to be eating, making sure it's nice rainbow color, your healthy fats, your proteins, keeping those carbs down, and just ordering something that is nutritious and refueling for your body. So I thank you for listening. I highly encourage you to come here to Squaw Village and just the Tahoe area in general. It is definitely a health-minded community. If you love dogs, I miss my 3 dogs at home. There's dogs everywhere, all friendly, all mountain dogs, getting along, enjoying the trails, even enjoying the blues concert. So I will leave you with that. We are on the road today. I'm only halfway through my vacation, so we're really excited about that. Excited to go home and see our own dogs and to have a few days of just being able to 100% even control the quality of oils and food that's coming into my body. So that's it. I'm going to get myself back over to our condo so I can make sure that I'm ready for my yoga session, and enjoy your day. Thank you for tuning in, Brandy Lloyd Personal Training and Holistic Nutrition. You can find me both on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, my website is brandylloydpt.com. All right, have a great day.